hello. Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. Okie dokie, we're going to go straight into this and look at Epstein. But before I do, I'll put my pictures of my 3 cakes up, okay? I do that when I bake a cake, don't I? Because you will ask about it. So, yeah, 3 of them are varnished yet, but I don't know. I think the dinosaur one from last year with the volcano, that beats it. But anyway, yes, a nice day by all, thank you. I was absolutely shattered. Running around after people, you know, do you want this, do you want that? In the end, I just said, oh, if you want a drink, go help yourself. Anyway, the kids enjoyed it. They was in the pool, and I think there was a sleep by 7 o'clock when they got home. Job well done. Okay then, so we're going to look at Epstein. A few of you have been asking certain questions, so I thought, well, go on then, we'll give it a go. It is brain taxing, this one. I can feel it all already. Okay, we'll probably get through a few cards here. Okay, so the first one is then, is Epstein alive? Oh, he certainly is. Look at that. He certainly is. Jeez. And he's running the show. Running the show. Why is he alive? Because he's got the goods, okay, as well. So basically, he could have talked in prison. I'm sure he didn't, but, you know, they did it to shut him up as well. Look, he's got information that is very, very handy to have, and it's in his head as well. It's not a list. It's not written down. It's not even a black book. It's in his head. Is the list in Epstein's head? Absolutely. Absolutely, okay. And he uses it as a bartering tool as well. So, he kind of, I don't know, I feel like he's going back and forth, okay. So there's two, he's representing 2 sides here. And I don't mean himself neither, he's whoever he's, you know, connected with. There's 2 sides, 2 very strong countries as well. Is one of the countries Israel? Oh, well, we can't talk about that, can we? Okay. Yeah, definitely Israel in there. More importantly, is the other side Americans. They're bartering for him, okay? Whether he goes back home or wherever he's come from, they're bartering with him. So, you know, is it America as well? Well, we're getting loads of drama there, you know, from the States saying that, are you still asking, and all this lot, you know, he's aware that he's in that position to be talked about as well. How did he, so what happened, you know, the night he was supposed to kill himself, or attempted allegedly, or pretended, you know. Did Epstein ever in prison try to hang himself? Somebody didn't want Epstein to take his own life, okay? I see that he had a very, very dark mind. I also feel like he's got some kind of illness of sorts as well. This would be something attacking his organs. Did anybody witness Epstein trying to do away with himself? Absolutely, it was all on camera. It was all on camera. So this guy wasn't going to wait for a trial at all, and it wasn't somebody who was come in after him. I did say before, when we did Epstein, I never asked if he survived the hanging, you know, but he would have tried. He would have tried. This is like a drama as well, you know. You can't, I'm not going to be working for you, doing this, doing that. So it's deliberate, you know. He knows if he was going to take his own life, that the powers that be would step in, actually, would step in. Okay, how was so what I think at the moment is that he has tried something, okay, but it's probably a power move, but he's also been very, very depressed as well. And then it's all been seen on cameras. Because they have cameras in the room, so I know there's footage out there, but I ain't really looked into it, so I'm just, sometimes that's the best way, really, not to know too much. And I kind of feel like it was his dark mind, okay? His dark mind. So somebody's rushed to him, okay? Did somebody rush to Epstein's aid? Yeah, he's supposed to be protected here, okay? So getting broken plans as well, you know. These plans not going ahead if Epstein actually tried something. So, you know, I just feel like protect what's yours, recover what's yours as well. So, you know, that information is in his bloody head. And he could use it for anything. Well, that is power in itself, but, you know, taking him out of the situation, not, you know, putting him under guard 24/7. I just think, you know, that they've ruined Epstein's plans. Was there a plan in place to get Epstein out of prison? Was there a plan? Absolutely, you know, from your own government, from their own government. So I don't know if he was in prison in America. It would have been American government, but maybe higher up you've got CIA, you've got, you know, all these like different branches as well. I bet the FBI know where he is. So out before then, what happened? Well, he was talking to him, but he didn't give the information. He was talking to him and then promised information. And this information they couldn't have got from a corpse. But really, I want to ask again, was it in Epstein's mind to do away with himself? Oh, sorry about that. I just had to shut the window, all them noises. Yeah, it was his intention, because he just thought a big F you. That was it, a big F you. I kind of feel like he thought he'd been dropped, you know, that he wouldn't be supported in the future. He was going to leave it to somebody else. Did Epstein ever give information to somebody else? He certainly did. And this person hasn't, you know, told us all, really. Do you know what I think has happened is he has gone to do something, and then everybody's panicked because they want that, you know, they want to make sure of information that Epstein hadn't revealed before. It's a big FU to them. This is different, you know. I think Epstein felt different about this. So how did Epstein feel about, you know, possibly going on trial about this? He knew somebody wasn't going to let him live anyway. That's why you got two sides. Did Epstein feel that one of the sides would, you know, try and, you know, do the worst? Yeah, he was waiting for news as well, you know. It's about, he was in the middle. Some people are bargaining over him, bargaining, more or less like a piece of meat, you know. He should be used to that for what he did. Just to make me, you know, just to clarify, I'm just reading on Epstein, okay, and the way it works, but I do acknowledge that there was hundreds, if not thousands of, you know, people involved, victims. That's what I meant to say, victims. So it's like, I'll talk to this side. They tell Epstein. Then that side, he's a double agent. Is he a double agent? He's a double agent. Something in writing, not seen and in the dark. Right, okay. So we've got secrets not revealed there. Didn't want this information going anywhere. It'd been within two countries. Two countries, I'll say. Two sides. Was he a double agent? All that information was in his mind. It would be stupid enough to write it down anyway. He didn't need to. How does Epstein feel about Ghislaine? In one sense, I feel like he felt that. Ghislaine saw him as unreliable. And she would have felt that because, you know, she'd have seen him, apparently, allegedly, taking the easy way out. Is that correct, universe? Yeah, she wasn't in the plan, you know, all lies and everything else. So Ghislaine's gone, feeling it's her truth, okay, that how she sees things. She doesn't know he's alive. She probably hoped he was, but because nothing's, you know, been done to her to help, she can only assume that it was the powers that be. Does Ghislaine believe Epstein is alive? She believes he, you know, was no longer here. And that somehow she's responsible, okay? So she's left to carry the can while he wasn't. She doesn't believe that he's alive, okay? She doesn't believe that. And funnily enough, he just doesn't like... She can't know. But he doesn't like the fact that, you know, it looks like he was not the person she thought he was. And that she wasn't included, you know, she was blocked. He wanted to tell her, or he wanted somebody to tell her, but it was just deemed to, you know, deemed too dangerous. Let's see who knows then. Does Trump know Epstein is alive? Absolutely. Yeah, he's been working with him as well. So he knows. He's even had contact with him. Did Biden know that Epstein was alive? Biden wasn't told of this, but people around him was, okay? people around him was. This information, so as far as Biden sees, obviously we know Biden was going through his own health issues as well, cognitively, physically, mentally. So I doubt anybody would have trusted that information with Biden. What do the FBI know about Epstein being alive? The truth. He's in protective custody. What are the plans for Ghislaine? Epstein wants her out. He's wanted her out for the past 2 years. I don't know when it all came about actually, but I'm getting 2 years, so he disagrees with them. I don't know, he feels very strongly about Ghislaine. What does, how does Epstein feel about Ghislaine being in prison for a crime, apparently, that never was? He's hoping, all this pressure now and a new trial will get her released. It's the only way that it can go. You can't just let Ghislaine off just like that. There'd be too much of a story to it. So faking a new trial, which I believe that's what's happening, are they faking a new trial? Yeah, and evidence is suddenly not there or lost or, so will Ghislaine eventually get out of this? Oh, yes. Yes. You know what? I think she could be out a lot sooner, so I don't know when this trial starts, but I'm getting weeks, okay? Weeks, at least 3 weeks. She's managed to do well. She's kept her mouth shut. She's doing their time. She's got special perks, though. So what happens now then to Epstein? You're going to get people who, actually take legal action to get this list, okay? But the list doesn't exist, so I don't see how it could be on Bondi's desk. It's in his head, and that's the most safest place to have it. Do you think he'd put anything on a disk that can be found or, turned over to the FBI or anybody else, that wants him? So he's with American FBI. Trump knows about this as well. He's using information to blackmail others. Is Trump using this information to blackmail others? Yeah. Which actually brings me to another question, okay? Because I've had this feeling for a week or so that Trump he's got things over the world leaders. So it's step up, step down, pay. That's it. And if you're blackmailing somebody, what better way to do it than call it tariffs? I think it's all been engineered. Has the tariffs been engineered for blackmail, to cover blackmail? I'd say so. I'd say so. I'd definitely say so. You got more chance of it being that than actual bloody tariffs. This has been years in the making, this. And Trump was only just, voted in. So they had Epstein either just before Biden got in or just after. So I do believe that the tariffs are just a symbol, okay, and that Trump is getting power from everywhere, and mainly money and investment. But I just feel like that tariffs are a bit of a fraud, actually. Okay, so that would be the way. Is this why Trump seems to magically be able to make things happen with all the other world leaders, you know, Iran or whatever else, you know, the war wants a Nobel Peace Prize. I think it's all to do with that. And I don't believe there's... what are Epstein's links to Israel? I think he's worked for him. And I think this has been going on not 5 years, not 10 years, maybe 20, maybe 30 years of digging up stuff. Why is Epstein so important to Trump? Because it, you know, it cuts through bureaucracy, okay? It's calculated risk. So, you know, Trump knows what he's doing when he's going to these people. He knows he's going to get the tariffs because of the information that they've got as well. And as well, I'm seeing FBI again here. So, you know, FBI has Epstein in custody, and Trump knows this. So they've been... how long has Trump been working with Epstein? How long? Well, whatever we're seeing, it's longer than that. Longer. I think it goes before, in his other election, actually. I do. I feel like it's before. So, but then I'm getting... he didn't quite find out till later. Didn't find out till later. Did Trump ever believe that Epstein was no longer? Well, he did know. But I don't know how long ago, okay? When I say that, sorry, I'm pausing because I'm thinking. Did Trump know about Epstein whilst he was still a president before? I'm kind of feeling it. I'm kind of feeling it would be towards the end of the Trump administration or at the beginning of Biden's. Because something becomes clear. So prior to Trump coming into this new election, had Trump discovered Epstein was alive and then was getting information out of him prior to this election? Right, okay, so it's not all bad for Trump, okay, so I'm seeing that there was delays getting stuff, so I think it's more or less... I can't remember when he came in, actually. He's done that much. Was it January? Did the FBI disclose to Trump in this current period? Did Trump find this out after he became president for the second time. I'm getting don't trust. Did he find out? Okay, so we're going back to the period in Biden, okay. It was in the Biden's administration. Everybody's pressuring for the Epstein. Like Trump said, we've all been talking about it for years. So when, this information wasn't forthcoming, and there was delays and delays and delays. So I think Trump is aware of something while Biden's in power. So whenever it was, Epstein was supposed to go, Trump found out then. What does Trump want from Epstein? Breaking of plans, taking the FBI side or America's side, Trump's side, rather than the others. What does he want? He wants to control other world leaders, okay? And I absolutely have faith that these tariffs are just a cover. Have you noticed? Nobody else is doing them. They're all bloody responding, but, I feel like this is a cover. Will a trove come out? No. Will Ghislaine get released? Absolutely. She's on her way out. She knows it as well. Good things. She's got, everybody knows what they're doing, so they're getting Ghislaine out. I mean, obviously she knew a fair bit as well. Can't be that stupid. So she's coming out. Outcome for Epstein. Well, it's never good, because at the minute you've give all your information and you've got nothing left and you can't go entrap somebody else, your days are numbered. So he will be holding on to stuff, I imagine, to keep it, because it keeps him alive. Okay, let's have a look then. Outcome for Epstein. He's got a meeting. Outcome for Epstein. Well, I think he gets... does he want to reunite with Ghislaine? Yes. Yeah, he wants her out. And he wants her with him. He knows she ain't got nobody, okay. I know people are... Look, I'm just focusing on this surface level, although it is deep. Not the victims, so I don't want to know about victims, okay. Does Epstein have a child? You can bank on that. Well, now I feel repulsed. So that's how they want... so basically what they're doing is they're blackmailing Epstein as well, give us the information or we're going to harm the child. So they would know about that. Listen, if they can pull off an Epstein going away party, let's say, then they can, who knows what else they've got on them. He wants to meet with his child. Is the child Ghislaine's? Well, she's got dark hair. Does Ghislaine Maxwell have a child? Oh my God. Oh my God. That is true. That is true. That is true. It's not Ghislaine he wants to meet, it's his daughter. And she's been hidden by the FBI as well. That you've got national security here. And then you've got Ghislaine. And then you've got outcoming as well. So, you know, somebody's going to shine a light on this. Outcome for Trump. Trump will probably do something that, you know, tries to make him look better in this situation. I think Trump is quite happy to help Epstein. So what is Trump doing with all this knowledge then, you know? What is Trump doing with all this knowledge? He's going to let him go. What is he doing? Using it with other people, bringing it up in meetings. That's what he's doing. And he's, you know, telling Epstein, well, you can meet your daughter. You can meet your daughter. But you have to give us this. You have to give us that. So even if the whole world didn't know that Epstein had a daughter, you might think, oh, that's unbelievable. But really? Really? When you think of the lengths that, you know, all these agencies and governments have gone to at great lengths to, you know, say that is not here. Nothing surprises me. He's offering to take care of this daughter. How does the daughter feel? Ghislaine's got this up her sleeve, okay, up her sleeve. How does the daughter feel? She ain't got a clue what's going on. So she'll know of Epstein. There's absolutely no issue there. She knows who her father is, she knows who her mother is, but she's not seen them. She doesn't know what's going on. She certainly doesn't know that her father is alive still. How does Ghislaine feel about her daughter? Good, absolutely heartbroken. Okay, caused her daughter a lot of pain as well. It's to see her go through it. She's like obviously had to grieve for the father that's no longer here, and the loss of her mum as well. So this poor daughter is right in the middle where everybody is suffering. How does Epstein feel about his daughter? That is, she's with a trusted man, you know, she's got somebody in an agency, FBI or whoever, you know, looking after her, looking out for her as well. Does Prince Andrew, know that Epstein and Ghislaine have a daughter? I would say he does. I'd definitely say he does. And for some reason, they are worried where Andrew is concerned about this. Well, I guess he's got his own secrets, hasn't he? His own secrets. But I don't know, there's something off here, you know, like it just, I want to say Not that a baby was given up for adoption. More or less that a pregnancy wasn't real. In Andrew's eyes. But let's have a look, because they're both worried about him. You know, they're both worried about him. Has Prince Andrew ever met Epstein's daughter? Well, I guess this is some leverage. I'm getting stress, pressure, unclear thinking here, so... I think Andrew does know. And if Epstein hadn't been, done the disappearing trick, I think he would have used it to Epstein. How does Epstein feel about Prince Andrew? He liked him. Friendship, 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 friendship. And I think Epstein would have done anything he could, really, for Andrew to get him out of this situation, which, unfortunately, didn't go down so well because Epstein was no longer here, so Prince Andrew was left for, for the fall. Again, not talking about victims here, just about people. These people. I think he misses his pal. So, the only question is, will Trump or anybody else reveal Epstein is alive? Epstein knows if he gives everything without protection, he's a goner. You know, once they have no use for him, okay, once they have no use for him. But I don't see it, ending in him permanently and going away. I feel like he'll just be put out to pasture and let somebody else deal with him. So will Epstein ever be targeted by security services? Will Epstein be finished off by his enemies? Ooh, Epstein's a slippery little effer. They'll have to find him first, that's what I get. They'll have to find him first. I just feel, what will Epstein do with the rest of his life? He wants his daughter in his life. And Ghislaine. He'll be with a woman that is nurturing and caring. Is Epstein's mother still alive? Well, if she's dead, there was lying about it, okay? If she's dead, there was lying about it. I'm getting lies here. Lies, lies, lies. Loads of lies. Lies about him, lies about her, lies about Ghislaine, lies about her daughter. Just lie, lie, lie. And all this is to control other people. And you have to admit the timing is spectacular. So he's been dead a couple of years, so everybody's wanting the Epstein list, which doesn't exist, despite people saying it. It's in his head. And then Trump comes into power and all of a sudden, people are falling at his feet. We're not talking just, girls. we're talking military, we're talking orders, we're talking finance, we're talking wars, we're talking about the unthinkables. You're talking about history and how things have come into being. Well, okay, that was insightful. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I hope you guys do too. I'm on to the next one now. Okay, bye now. Bye-bye.